Hello, and welcome to the Expanse. I'm the Quack, and I hope your day is less quack than mine. Today we're going to be looking at time magic, the ability to control time in World of Warcraft, and probably the most difficult magic to extrapolate in lore. If you'd like to support the creation of this content, hit the subscribe button. If you like this content, hit the like button, and if you'd like to stay notified on the Quackery, hit the bell or follow me on Twitter. So, time magic. What is it? The quick answer is time magic is the ability to stop time, accelerate time, decelerate time, reverse time, see through time, and in some cases, travel/skip through time. The long answer asks more. Specifically, how does time magic work? What magic does it relate to in lore? And why are there various versions of time magic? That is what I'm going to answer today. And to start with, we're going to explore what magic time magic is related to, because without a base, we aren't going anywhere. So, to cut to the chase, time magic in World of Warcraft is related to the element decay. Yes, decay. Why decay? Well, if you've watched my WoW Cosmology Explained content, then you know I think the Cosmology map shows all the basic magics in World of Warcraft. Now, obviously, time magic specifically does not appear on the Cosmology map. However, something surprisingly acute about the Cosmology map is that out of all the magics present, decay is the only one that is intrinsically connected to time. Decay's very definition is as follows: the state or process of rotting or decomposition. Rot and decomposition cannot occur without the passage of time. Period. Life, death, order, disorder, light, void, spirit, fire, water, air, and earth are not intrinsically linked to the passage of time. They are affected by it, but do not require time to exist. Decay is the only magic that requires time for the effect of decay to be felt. Without time, nothing decays. From here, the question that needs to be asked is, what would the manipulation of decay actually entail, as magic is basically the manipulation of natural cosmic forces in an unnatural way. So basically, how can someone unnaturally affect decay? The answer is to control decay is to fundamentally have the ability to stop, accelerate, decelerate, or reverse the effects of decay. Or to put it another way, it's the ability to alter the way time affects the universe. From here on, I highly suggest you start seeing time and decay as interchangeable subjects and terms, for I will be using them as such. Now, I appreciate I'm implying a lot when I come to this deduction, the least of many of these implications being that I'm basically saying time is an element. But this is where things get tricky, so you're going to want to pay attention. In WoW Cosmology Explained, I also describe how the elements are extremely malleable and are heavily influenced by the 6 greater magics: light, void, order, disorder, life, and death, as well as the other elements. The reason this is important is because decay is just as malleable, and in turn, depending on what magics influence decay, the effects drastically differ. This is how you can have a creature like Gahoon, who uses decay magic, but also have the bronze dragons who also use a form of decay magic. Now from here, explanations of what magics have mixed with decay start to become very important, as not all properties of decay are extremely evident. Some are extremely evident, others not so much. To begin with these explanations, we'll start with what's probably the purest form of decay in WoW: sand. Why am I convinced sand and sand elementals are the purest form of decay? Well, other than being elementals, the reason is in the descriptor: sand. Sand is basically the final stage of naturally occurring decay. Nature does not come back from sand. Once life has reached the point of sand, unless there is artificial interference, sand slowly consumes and destroys all. In lore, this also aptly relates to the name and effects of reorigination. Oldhim, Silithus, Tyrannus, and Vol'dun have all arguably been hit by reorigination, and all have the commonality of slow, ever-wearing sands that, if not attended to, will consume everything. Now, The reason why I haven't stated re-origination as the purest form of decay magic is simply because it seems as if re-origination is a mix of decay and something else. Re-origination, as we have seen with Argus and Aldir, does not seem to be connected to one form of magic. However, the destructive effects of re-origination are constant. This destructive effect is assumedly decay, the literal process occurring being the acceleration of time in a localized area to the point at which pretty much all physical matter is aged to sand and or possibly the point of malleable nothingness. Assumedly, Argus's Apocalypse modules, which occur in Mythic, are a further irretrievable form of nothingness. From here, we move on to a form of decay, which is basically a near-perfect form of time manipulation. This form of decay being the magic the Bronze Dragonflight uses. If you're coming from Mozela's identity revealed, then you already know I think the Bronze Dragon's ability to manipulate time stems from memory magic. The question becomes though, what magic is decay mixed with to create memory magic? The answer is twofold. It's decay and light magic. And I know, it's like, whoa, where the hell did you get that quacked idea from? And I know when I first make that statement, it makes pretty much no sense, but as I start to break it down, it will. The Bronze Dragons use decay magic. Other than their obvious connections to sand, their powers directly relate to the stopping, acceleration, deceleration, reversal of, and peering through time. All traits of decay magic. However, something that is very unique about the Bronze Dragons is that they can also skip through time, to either the past or the future, and changing. This unique trait amongst the Bronze Dragons is the telling factor that relates them to the light. But before I explain how the light is related to the creation of memory magic, I need to explain whose memories we're working with, and how memories relate to time. So the first clue I found that relates memory magic to time magic is an event that happened with Nosdormu during the Winterscorn War. The Bronze Master of Time helped Ysera cast a sleep spell. There's no indication as to why it is required for the spell. There is very little indication as to how time magic is needed for this spell. The only thing you're really given is that this event happened. What this event does, and did for me, was raise the question: is Nosdormu really just a dragon of time? Or is there something more to it? This is where an interesting technicality about Azeroth becomes very important. For Azeroth is alive. Azeroth is a titan, and titans are literally described as living worlds. We know Azeroth has a personality, we know Azeroth bleeds, and for all intents and purposes, we know she has memories. Now, memories are our past. Memories define our present and can shape our future. If you alter someone's memories, you alter their past and reshape their present and possible future. Now, if the Bronze Dragons alter the past, and Azeroth is alive and has memories, what are the Bronze Dragons really doing? The answer is the Bronze Dragons are technically going through time, but they are also technically navigating and altering Azeroth's memories. Azeroth's past. I know this is a really strange technicality to wrap your hand around, but basically Azeroth is a living inanimate object. To alter her past, or to even get to her past, the Bronze would have to use her memories. Especially because Azeroth literally constitutes the entire planet. So to be outside of her sphere of memory, you'd have to be off-world. So with all this said, where does the light fit into this? Well, the Bronze Dragon's ability to jump through time is unprecedented. No other manipulation of decay actually allows that type of power. It only allows for stopping, acceleration, deceleration, reversal, and peering. Yet, as I described, Azeroth is alive, and the Bronze Dragons deal with her memories. So, the question becomes, what magics do we know of deal in memory manipulation, erasure, and or suppression? The answer is the light. specifically the light forging process. When you help the Partos become light forged, you help him conquer his past. You help him suppress his emotions in his memories, and in doing so you help the Partos change and become something else. When Illidan destroyed Zera, he destroyed her because she wanted to heal his scars, take away his experiences, take away his memories. If you want further explanation of that idea, I will provide a link. When Kalia wants to forget the horrors she experienced after Arthas's betrayal, she goes to the Naru Sahara for peace of mind. The void, as we have seen many times over, corrupts the mind. The light, though, on the other hand, has proven it purges the mind. How this relates to the bronze dragons being memory dragons is twofold. The magic of decay, when manipulated properly, allows you to peer through time and observe it. In Azeroth's case, you have the odd technicality that time constitutes Azeroth's memories. Now, take the light's ability to manipulate memories and add that to the ability to peer through time. What you get from that fusion is the ability to not only look at the past, but also the ability to change it. What you get is the bronze's ability to look, travel, and manipulate time. This ability, to a lesser extent, also works on a macro level. As it has been shown on multiple occasions, the bronze dragons need certain inanimate objects or monuments to travel through time. The implication with these objects is that they hold something similar to Azeroth's memories, on a smaller scale. Take the Darashire questline in the Eastern Plaguelands and the Battle for Mount Hyjal achievement in the Burning Crusade. Both of these instances required us, the adventurers, to gather items that related to the events in question. Items which, even though they are inanimate, debatably have the memories of those events, and in turn can be used to travel to the past. I know this is an annoyingly complex concept to take in, but basically, decay has the ability to stop, accelerate, decelerate, reverse, and peer through time. All of these have very tangible effects on the physical universe. The light has the ability to manipulate memories, and all creatures / certain, if not all, inanimate objects hold memories. Now, under normal circumstances, because the light only affects memories, the tangible effects on the physical universe would be something akin to cleansing and or healing, but that's about it. However, if you combine the ability to affect memories and decay's ability to affect the physical universe, you then have a situation where you have a magic that can physically remove memories, the past, from existence. What you have is the bronze ability to manipulate time. As a final note on this type of decay magic, with everything I've just said, the implications about the infinite dragonflight are exactly as they seem. The infinite dragons are a form of decay and light magic corrupted by the void. The other implications I am making here is that the infinite are not innately bad. However, the one thing about the bronze dragons that should be admired is the fact that they act reactively. The bronze dragons do not go out and basically attempt what Zera tried with Illidan on Azeroth. The bronze only try to act when something is out of place. The infinite do not stick to this doctrine, and eventually, where we may find out the infinite want to do good, inherently they may be doing more harm without knowing. Okay, so at this point we have Sand Elementals, Re-origination, and the Bronze Dragons as forces that use decay magic. The next combination we need to look at is Arcane and Decay, and the best way to describe how Arcane and Decay work is to describe the difference between shamans and mages. Shamans basically ask and or force the elements to do what they want. They use the elements through shamanism. Mages use Arcane to control other magics, where shamans will say use nothing but fire magic to get a fire effect. A mage will use Arcane to manipulate fire to get the same effect. This interaction of Arcane controlling other magics to get the same effect translates to all mage spells. This includes Decay. For where the bronze dragons use a mix of light and decay to get all the time travel effects they desire, arcane mages use arcane to manipulate decay to get similar effects. Not an identical effect though. I mean, there are technically no restrictions on how much a mage can manipulate other magics. However, the power required drastically increases for the mage, the more extreme and specific the spell. For example, it would only take a bronze dragon, say, 40% of its energy to travel through time. Whereas for a mage, it would assumedly take more than 100%, because not only are they trying to manipulate decay, they also have to manipulate the light, and then concentrate to achieve the desired effect. From here, the next mixture of decay I would like to mention is Gahoon, because out of all the things I've just mentioned, I haven't really explained how something like Gahoon fits into all this. Gahoon obviously controls decay, but he does not control time in any fashion similar to the bronze dragons or arcane mages. The reason for this, in my eyes, is Gahoon is a mixture of nature, void, and a little bit of decay. And basically the reason why Gahoon doesn't control time is because the amount of decay he actually controls is tiny. Now, don't get me wrong, the ability to basically stop aging, accelerate growth, peer into the future are all aspects of decay. But because Gahoon has greater ties to nature and the void, his abilities to affect decay are limited in scope and assumed range, and nothing in comparison to mages and all the bronze dragonflight. So, overall, time magic is the ability to stop, accelerate, decelerate, reverse, and peer through time. Depending on what magic is fused with decay, the effects of decay can greatly vary. However, all still retain the base 5 effects. The most powerful variation of decay seen so far is the bronze dragon's ability to basically manipulate the memory, the past of Azeroth, and or possibly the memory / past of the universe, depending on how far you wish to stretch the concept. But, with all that said, do you think this is plausible or possible? Leave a comment. The best speculation is always done with the community. If you prefer talking about your lore zone, I usually hang out in the Shinies and Lucydos Discord. And even if I'm not there, the small community that is usually around is amazing to talk lore, speculation, or anything WoW about. So, until next time, have a nice day!